Hey James, it's Brandon from BrickiPhi. I just wanted to take a moment to send this video over to you. My goal here is to add as much value to you as I can in a fairly short amount of time so that you can optimize your presence online and be able to connect with more customers, right? So the more customers that you can connect with, the more money that's going to end up in your pocket, right? So that's what I want to help you do. So the first thing that I do is I go in and I look up auto glass repair Longview, Texas to see who's kind of holding the top 3 spots, right? And so right now you can see who's showing up in the top 3, and ultimately, just from a customer standpoint, whenever someone's Googling that information, they're most likely going to click on who's in the top 3. Yes, they can click on more businesses and they'll find you, but just statistically speaking, they're more likely to click on what's here because that they need the service. There's the help that's right there, and so that's what they click on. So the goal would be, how do we get you into this top 3 spot? And you can see right now, when I looked up your information and I clicked on more businesses, it shows you in the number 5 spot, right? And so it's not terrible, but there's definitely some things that we can do to get you climbing higher into those top 3 spots so that you're getting more customers, right? So what I do is I kind of evaluate what Google is actually paying attention to when it comes to helping you get your positioning in Google higher, right? So the first thing is your Google My Business page, right? And so whenever you have set this up, you want to be able to make sure it's optimized. And what I mean by that is making sure you have a business description and making sure that you have photos in there. And you can actually save the photos as keywords, which I'll go over a little bit more in a minute. But Google pays attention to that stuff. And then honestly, one of the most important things, obviously, is there a website, right? You can see that the ones in the top 3 spots, they all have a website, right? And so if you have a website, then that's kind of step 1 to being able to rank higher. And then there's a few elements within your website that are important. So some people go out and they spend some money on a website, but it's not optimized to be able to rank high on Google. And so they spend all this money, and then it's not helping them get more leads, more customers in the door. And so what I do is I help people with their website, but also with a focus on search engine optimization so that you can make sure that you're not just having a nice looking website, but Google actually notices it and recognizes that it should be ranking higher in the map pack and on the organic searches and stuff like that. And so what are those elements that are involved there? So the first thing is keywords and content. And so when we look at keywords and content, you can see some of the volume here for keywords and content, like windshield repair Longview, Texas gets 200 searches every month. Auto glass repair Longview, Texas gets 90 searches every month, right? And these numbers on the right, that's the keyword difficulty. So that's actually really good. Anytime that this is under like 5, then that means it's very easy to rank for rather quickly. So if you built a website and implemented these keywords in the right way, then you can actually rank on Google very quickly. And look, that's hundreds of searches that are happening every month in your area. And so it's just a matter of knowing how to set up your online presence to be able to optimize and to connect with all of those people that are searching for help in that area, right? And so the next thing after keywords and content that I look at is citations. Citations is essentially like your business name, address, phone number, etc., as it appears on Google. I use a tool called Whitespark for that. If you wanted to go and purchase that and do that on your own, you certainly could. But what I did is I went in and looked up the different businesses in the area to see kind of what the different citation counts were. You are sitting at 12 citations, and some of the competition, that's the number 1 spot that had 37. So if you increase the amount of citations that you had to maybe 45 or 50 and make sure that you're definitely crushing the competition on citation count, then that would help with your rankings as well. And so that just means getting your business listed on a bunch of online directories all over the internet, so that when Google's going, oh, look, the business is popping up here, 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 and here, maybe it should be ranking higher, right? Okay, so then the last thing is backlinks. And so when it comes to backlinks, that's basically like when someone is on another website and they click a link and it takes them to your website, that's what a backlink is, right? So just to keep that as simple as I can. Basically, what you want to do is figure out what it would take to climb into the top 3 spots. And so if we look at like the number 3 spot, they don't even show any, oh, sorry, that's not the right one. This is the number 3 one. So if we jump into the number 3 spot, then you can see they have 95 backlinks. And so what we'd want to do is make sure that we're kind of making a plan to implement backlinks on a consistent basis, so that you're steadily climbing and able to eventually outrank who's sitting in the number 3 spot, and then you climb into that number 3 spot or even higher. If you look at the number 1 spot, they actually only have 49, so they have the more citations. So you can see this is kind of a comprehensive thing where you focus on having a website that has good keywords and content. You have a high number of citations, and you implement backlinks. And when you put all of those together, then it'll help you rank high rather quickly, because the keyword difficulty in your area is very low. And so I know some of this can get like a little techie or whatever, but what I do is I help businesses to be able to connect with more customers by making sure that we're optimizing your Google My Business page and building a website if you're looking to do that, so that you can rank even higher faster. And so, man, I'd love to just get to know you more and see what we can do to help you. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a blessed day.